Welcome back to my channel, guys. Welcome back to my channel one more time. Now, the members of European Parliament, Manon Aubry and Martin Shardiwan of the left group, criticize European Union's stance towards United States and Israel. Take a listen at this video.
And we find ourselves in a situation where Donald Trump's United States is actively implementing its imperialist project, all with the clear assent of the European Union, which we have the distinct feeling, with Ursula von der Leyen at its helm, is serving. The European Union has essentially become Donald Trump's doormat. The problem is that this subservience serves the law of the strongest. When the European Union says nothing in the face of Maduro's kidnapping, when the European Union says nothing in the face of threats weighing on Greenland, when the European Union pompously signs an absolutely unequal customs agreement last summer, when all is said and done, we shouldn't be surprised that Trump keeps on humiliating us while the European Union continues to turn the other cheek. We must face the reality. The United States has become one of the greatest threats to global stability and peace. And contrary to what Roberta Metsola stated just yesterday at the opening of the plenary session, the United States is no longer an ally, but a hostile country. And against a hostile country, we are implementing a number of retaliatory measures, starting with the anti-coercion instrument, which we have been demanding be put into effect for quite a number of months now. And on the other hand, the Israeli government can still, as if nothing were happening, access the European Parliament, even though it is currently committing genocide. Yes, the European Union is trying to sweep the issue under the rug because there was a ceasefire in which a child dies every day. Is it really a ceasefire? A ceasefire in which 37 humanitarian NGOs are denied access to the Gaza Strip. Can that truly be called a ceasefire? A ceasefire in which the buildings of UNRWA, the United Nations Agency for Palestinian Refugees in East Jerusalem, are destroyed by the Israeli government. Can that truly be called a ceasefire? The reality is that quietly things are unfolding. The Israeli government continues to massacre an entire people, amidst the ignorance, the powerlessness, and the complicity of the European Union. And this week again, there will be no resolution to condemn this genocidal regime. And this double standard, this two-tiered approach in the application of international law continues to be absolutely unbearable for us. I will say one final word on the free trade agreement with the Mercosur bloc. At this very moment, as we speak, massive mobilisations are currently taking place right at the very gates of the European Parliament to bring a sense of reality to this very European Parliament. This free trade agreement is the worst and largest ever signed by the European Union, which will make farmers face unfair competition, which will destroy the environment and destroy our health with a third of pesticides authorised in Brazil, but banned in the European Union. And what do you call a regime where such a large and important free trade agreement can be implemented without a single parliamentary vote?
He has now gained a whole new drive. Now that Donald Trump has politically linked him to the Greenland question with the imperialist ambitions that the United States always very aggressively articulates there, even to the threat of open military force to seize Greenland. And my parliamentary group has stated from the very beginning that this was a truly miserable, a very bad deal that should never have been concluded in the first place. Ursula von der Leyen also lacked the proper mandate for it. We now observe that under significant political pressure, the United States, under this right-wing administration of Donald Trump, is slowly but surely recognizing the political wisdom in other factors as well. First of all, this deal must be postponed. We are even in favor of it not being signed at all. Other factors are now moving in that direction as well. That's what's good about this location. The debate on a European digital tax is more relevant than ever and needs to be introduced because the OECD deal for the international taxation of digital companies has also been concluded, but American companies have been excluded from it. So it's completely absurd what's being negotiated there. And thirdly, I also believe that we must commit ourselves to ensuring that the European Union makes it unequivocally clear that we will not be purchasing this dirty US fracking gas, and that we also prioritize energy independence in that regard. All of this must now be made clear by the Union in the face of this blackmail by the Donald Trump administration. We will not allow ourselves to be blackmailed. We strive for strategic independence. We also aim, as the European Union, to defend both its jobs and its industry, especially against these attacks, the trade war from the Donald Trump administration.
Aubrey, this is the lady, asserts that the EU has become subservient to Donald Trump's imperialist project, quote unquote. Now, these are very, very strong words, citing instances where the EU has remained silent on issues like Maduro's kidnapping and threats to Greenland and signed unequal customs agreements. She was ripping Donald Trump apart, literally. She was still, like, I think she's fuming over what EU did in response to what United States is doing in Venezuela and also with Greenland and elsewhere.